everyone, it's Norma, and it is that time of the month. It is time to show you my empties, and these are the empties that I had for the month of March. I didn't get the video up last weekend because it was Easter, so I had other things to do besides doing an empties video. But it's time to clear these out. Now, I don't have quite as many empties as I have had in the past few months, and that's mostly because I did a lot of Yankees, and as you guys know, Yankees take a long time to burn through. It takes me pretty much an entire month to get through a Yankee candle. So I do have a few other ones to show you. I had 4 of my Southern Sweet Teas from White Barn. This was a White Barn exclusive, and you guys may recall I absolutely adore this candle. I absolutely totally love it. It was a perfect burn. I had no puny wick syndrome. I had a strong throw from it. It's just a nice rich black tea scent with a hint of lemon. I absolutely loved it, and I was a little bit nervous about actually delving into my stash and burning it, but it's like I can't enjoy it if it's just sitting in a crate on the floor. So I decided that I was going to enjoy it, and I thoroughly did. Wonderful, wonderful candle. I hope they bring it back. I do like the London tea and lemon. I love that one a lot too, but I actually prefer this one. But I figure, there's so many tea scents coming out now. Colonial brought back their tea scent, and there's the London tea and lemon. I figured, you know what, I can enjoy my Southern Sweet Tea, but I still have some backups, and I'm going to be hoarding those. You bet I am. Now, the only other Bath & Body Works candle that I burnt in March was Italy. This came out during the holidays, or was it some annual sale? It just came out like in December. And I actually returned the other ones I bought, which I kind of wish I hadn't done that. But by itself, I don't really care for the scent that much. This is, Tuscan lemon tart. I really didn't get any tart, meaning like the cookie part of the Tuscan lemon tart. To me, it just mostly smelled like lemon. So it threw well. It burnt okay. It kind of had puny wick syndrome toward the end of it, but for the most part, it did fairly well. By itself, I really didn't like it that much, but it went very well with the other candles I had going, because I had, the Southern Sweet Tea. As you can see, I have Peeps. I had some other lemon-based candles going on. So all in all, as a blender, it did very well. So I was like, oh, maybe I should have kept the other ones, but whatever. If I saw it again, like if it shows up during the semi-annual sale, I would probably consider picking up a couple of them. I mean, it's not a scent I would hoard, but a couple backups might be okay. And we did have Easter, last weekend in March, so of course I had to get my Peeps out, marshmallow chicks. I actually really like this one. It's, it's a vanilla-based candle, so it's not a super thrower, but when I'm in the vicinity, I can smell it. When I stick my nose into the hurricane to see how the candle's doing, I can smell it, and to me, that's okay. It's just a good basic blender type scent. But I had no problems with the burn. It went very well. I think I had to cut out, no, I didn't. Some of my Yankees, I had to cut out wax because they were tunneling, because I burn them whether I have the time or not, whether I have an hour, 5 hours, 8 hours. I just burn them, and then I deal with the tunneling on the weekend when I have time, or I'll just cut out the extra wax. But I did not have to do that with this because I didn't throw any of this in the warmer. So it burnt okay. Oh, I remember why. This had, and I don't know what year this one is, 14. This is a 14. I've noticed a lot of the Yankees I've been getting lately. It happened with my greenhouse that I got last year, some of my lemon lavenders, just the lemon and sugar, which you'll see in a minute. A lot of them have this really thick wick, like a tree trunk wick. And I'm finding I have to really keep my eye on them, keep them trimmed really short, or otherwise I can get a really sky high flame. And I've also noticed with these wicks, and it may be why they're using them, that I tend to get a wax pull a lot quicker than some of my other Yankee candles. I mean, with my Peeps, my lemon sugar, I was getting a wax pull in like 3 hours, which for me, that's really unusual. Usually it takes me 5 or plus hours to get a full wax pull going. So they're doing something with the wicks, but I'm not sure if I'm 100% fan. I love having the great wax pull, but if it's impeding with the throw, I don't know. Have you guys noticed this? What's your experience? So speaking of lemon sugar, I actually had 3 of them. I had one in my other Empties video because I melted it. Huge disappointment for me. This is, of course, like I said, the one that had the real thick wick. Let's see if we can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Really thick wick. Burnt great. I mean, like I said, I get a wax pull in 3 hours, sometimes a little bit less, depending on how long my wick was. The scent itself is perfection. I love it. Just a beautiful lemon sugar cookie type scent. My only problem was it wasn't throwing for me. Toward the end, I could get a little bit of throw if I was in the vicinity, like basically having my nose stuck down the jar. But yeah, that's how close I had to get. I was highly disappointed. And it seemed like, in just like an informal survey on my Facebook group, people either had the same experience I did, or it was a fabulous candle. It was like one of 2 extremes. So I don't know if they just had a batch or 2 that just were complete duds. I can't explain it, how some people just raved about it and said it was fabulous and it threw great. And then others like me couldn't smell it and they end up exchanging it or returning it. Very disappointed, because if this candle had thrown, even if it had been like a 3 or a 4 or a 5, I would have bought it. I really would have, because that's how much I enjoyed the scent. But I couldn't smell it. So, ta-ta, lemon and sugar. Okay, and another lemon candle. This is Country Lemonade, also from Yankee. And I actually really like this one. It came back as a treasure a few years ago, which was the first time I tried it. And then I found it in my outlet this past summer, so I stocked up on a few of them. It's just, to me, it smells like a sweet tart lemonade. I know some people compare it to a citronella candle. I don't get that at all. To me, it smells exactly like what it says, lemonade, and I really like it. A little bit of a slow burner, but it burnt fairly well, and it burnt all the way down, so I can't really complain. I really enjoyed it. I had it no, I didn't have it on my stove. I had it on my kitchen counter, and not a strong thrower where I had it, but like if I was working in my kitchen, like, putting dishes away or cooking, whatever, I could smell it just in my area. It wasn't throwing into my dining room, living room area. I explained once before that I have my great room, just consider like one big room. On one side is the furnace, and it blows all the air toward the kitchen. So I could smell it while I was in the kitchen, but it wasn't going the opposite direction. But I really enjoyed it, and I do have backups. And because it was March means the beginning of spring, and also St. Patrick's Day is in March, so I decided to go with some green candles. So I pulled out sheer gardenia, and you see 2, because basically with the Yankees I have to burn 2 of everything, it seems. But sheer gardenia was actually a pretty good thrower for me. I had this in my computer room, and I could definitely smell it when it was in the room. If I had just one, I'm not quite sure how strong the throw would have been, but with two, it was definitely there. I didn't have to sniff the air for it. It was there. I knew it was there. I could smell it. It's not, it's a little bit different from the white gardenia. I know a lot of people say the white gardenia is more of a true gardenia. And that's probably true. However, sometimes I get a hint of a soapy note from the white gardenia that I don't get in the sheer gardenia. The sheer gardenia is, has a little bit more greenery to it. It's a little bit, it's hard to describe. It's definitely gardenia. But there's just something maybe a little bit sharper in here. And it might be some kind of green note that you don't have in the white gardenia. But I actually really like it. I know I have like at least 2 more, maybe 3 of these. It's not one that I would like hoard. Like tulips, I love tulips. I am hoarding that one in case it goes away. But I do enjoy it. And if I'm looking for an odd candle or 2 to pick up and I saw sheer gardenia, I would probably pick it up again. It performed very well all the way down. As you can see, I did have my wick move there at the very end, and I didn't notice it. Otherwise, I would have moved it over because it was in a hurricane. And by the time I noticed, I was like, yikes! I better blow that thing out. It was done. But yeah, I did enjoy this candle a lot. I mean, I have to say, after having so many duds, it was so refreshing to have a Yankee Candle that actually threw, and I could smell it and I could enjoy it. And the same with these two. These are 2 writing jars that I got from like Marshall Home Goods. This is the scent Spa, which is the writing jar version of Spa Fresh. And it's like a eucalyptus, I forget what it is now, eucalyptus, mint, and lavender, I think, are the scent notes. And I really enjoyed this. Once again, a great performer. I had really good luck with my Yankees this month, except for the lemon and sugar. Other than that, I mean, they all did really well for me. Really enjoyed this one. Would definitely get it again. Last but not least, this is a Pure Radiance in the old style, Wick, not the wood wick, lavender chiffon. I really like this scent. I don't know if I can get it right now. I don't know if they still have it or if it's because now it's spring. Maybe they brought it back. I haven't checked out the wood wicks yet. But yeah, I really like this scent. It's a light to medium thrower depending on where you put it. I had it in my bedroom. I really like it. Burn, it had some residue. It was kind of burning a little bit uneven at first, and then I finally just stuck an aluminum lid on it because my place is very drafty, and then it kind of corrected itself. You don't really see this ugly residue when it's burning, but when it dries you do. So that's one thing I don't like about the Pure Radiance candles is they do leave that residue, but you don't see it when it's burning, so I can live with it, and I stick most of my stuff in a hurricane anyway. Okay, and then you guys may recall that during Lent, myself and many members in my group, we went on a wax ban, and to keep ourselves entertained during the wax ban, we played what we called candle roulette, and basically we would vote once a week on a candle to burn. And I can't remember what the scent category was on this one. It may have been, I think it might have been your darkest candle. I don't remember specifically, but anyway, this was the candle that I picked for my candle relay. It was Black Bamboo by Village Candle. I have to say, fabulous performer. It is a cologne type scent, similar to Yankee's Midsummer's Night. Performed fabulous. I did have, puny wick syndrome, which a lot of the Village candles are known for, but I would just let it burn, and it went down. I mean, look at it, look at that burn. It was great. It was fabulous. It threw good. 2 of them scented my bedroom. I had the lavender chiffon going with them. Fabulous candle. I can only do cologne scents like once a year, and then I'm over them. So I doubt if I'll be doing any cologne candles for the rest of the year, but you never know. Sometimes in the late fall, or late summer, late fall. Yeah, every once in a while I kind of get a hankering for some cologne scents, but I really enjoyed the candle, Black Bamboo by Village. Now, another candle that I really enjoyed, and this is my last one, this is Pistachio Coconut by Light My Soy. Light My Soy is out of business now, and if you're familiar with their cake candle, I mean, it's basically got the same cake base note. You could get a little hint of the pistachio, a little bit hint of the coconut, but mostly I could get that cake note. Great thrower, good performer. I do have some of their candles left, but since they're out of business, I'm going to be using them sparingly. So yeah, sad that they went out of business, but glad I got to enjoy this. And keeping with the green theme and the pistachio theme, I decided to pull out my pistachio gelato from Colonial Candle. And this one, I liked it at first. I mean, burn-wise, flawless, clean, all the way down. There's some scorch marks here from my lighter. There is a little bit of soot, because the Colonial Candles will soot if you don't keep those wicks trim. This, you know, is the one I got from Marshall's, because the set is discontinued. I like the scent at first. I mean, you know, pistachio, if you don't know what pistachio smells like, it's kind of similar to an almond, a little bit different. It wasn't really like a pistachio ice cream type of smell to me. I didn't really get an ice creamy note, but it was like a little bit of an almond, almost a hint of a bakery. I liked it at first, but by the time it was nearing the end, I was like ready to be done with it. So it is retired. You can't get it again unless it pops up somewhere, you know, in a discount store somewhere. I don't know if I would get it again. It was like, okay, I tried it. It was interesting. I enjoyed it for most of its life, but I'm kind of over it. So it may be, you know, that kind of scent, and maybe that's one reason why it's been discontinued. I don't know. But anyway, burn-wise, great. No complaints. Well, this will probably be my shortest Empties video in a long time. 2 Colonial Candles I did not enjoy. These were ones I also picked up at Home Goods. These were from the Zen collection, which I believe is a discontinued collection from Colonial. And everybody in my Facebook group was on the hunt for these candles, but in the large jar form. They came in two forms, the large jar and these pillar types. I could never find the large jars. I hunted and hunted. They never showed up in my store, or if they showed up, somebody else got them before I got there. I was able to find them in the pillar type. And what we have is lemon sage and green tea and bergamot. And a lot of people said that the two of these combined smelled a lot like Bath & Body Works London, you know, tea and lemon candle. They said the two of them together were fabulous. The throw was great. Now we're talking about the jar, not the pillar. So I had high expectations when I got these 2 candles. Unfortunately, the pillars were not so good. I ended up melting both of these in my candle crock warmer and making melts out of them. I actually poured them into empty centerpiece melt cups. I kind of wish I hadn't done it with this one, because this one, the lemon and sage, I really, really liked the scent a lot. And this one was burning okay. The only problem I had with it was it wasn't throwing. So I was hoping, you know, if I melt it down and put it in a Tart warmer, that it will throw better. In the centerpiece melt cups, it hasn't really done that well. So I'm thinking about the rest of the ones that I have, of maybe just breaking them up and trying them in like a regular tea light warmer and see how they do. This one, the green tea and bergamot, was horrible. You can see how messy this looks. So I had it tunneled straight down. I mean, literally straight down, a hole straight down. So that was when I decided I was gonna just melt these. The green tea and bergamot scent itself, it's okay. It's okay. you know, you get a hint of the green tea. You know, whenever I hear green tea, I always go back to my gold standard, which is Yankee Candle's jasmine green tea. I mean, that one just smells exactly like you went to a Chinese restaurant, ordered a cup of jasmine green tea, and it's just, the green tea note in there is just so rich and so beautiful. And I'm not finding that with a lot of other green tea candles from other companies. It's like a hint there, but it's not like bam in your face green tea. So the scent itself was okay. You know, I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it. But the two candles themselves, disappointing, because I was expecting a much better throw than I got. And last but not least, another candle from Colonial. This is in the scent Spanish Bluebell. This is Barcelona. It was from the collection they had out a couple years ago, I think it was. I've done a review on this candle. This little 3.5 ounce candle from Colonial is absolutely one of the strongest candles I've ever had. And two of them almost choked me and kicked me out of my house. Very, very, very strong performer. I am, however, burning up the ones I have left. I know I have at least a couple more, maybe 4, maybe 6. I'm not sure how many more I have. But I got some holders from Kirkland, these bejeweled holders that hold like a small tumbler candle. And it also, these also fit inside them. And it was, you know, I figured it's a lot more cost effective and less maintenance to stick one of these in there than, you know, put in tea lights or whatever. But I've decided it's time to finish these up, because as strong as a scent this is, I'm beginning to dislike it. I can't remember what the notes were. I think it had like hyacinth in it. And at first, I really, really liked it. But Susan D pointed out one time that she thought that it kind of smelled like flower stems that had been sitting in water for a long time. And if you guys have ever done that, you know, had dirty flower water, it kind of gets that, you know, rank smell to it. After she said that, put that in my head, I could pick that up, and I have to say that note is definitely in there. Could be another reason why this scent's discontinued. So I'm beginning to really dislike the scent. So I just want to finish it up. But man, what a powerhouse. Clean burn, no issues, huge, strong performer, filled my great room. And yeah, I'll be happy to see the end of it, though. On to new and better scents, right? So anyway, there you guys have it. That is my empties for the month of March. If you guys like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe below, and have a blessed day.